by keeping the district together. It works together, it supports itself. It's very important, and it's one of the lifebloods of this valley. It needs to stay intact, and I believe that, and I will believe that until I die. I will fight for the IID forever. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kuhn?
I would never support any endeavor, any law, any act that would separate power from water from the Imperial Irrigation District. Having said that, with the, there was much to do made about Bonnie Garcia and her attempt at legislation that would have done that. And I can certainly say I did not agree with it, will not agree with it, but I certainly understand why she did what she did. There are 90,000 customers of the IID in the Coachella Valley, and they're constituents of hers. And she thought she was doing them a favor by taking care of them, or trying to take care of them, because of the financial misdeeds that happened at IID. And it's most unfortunate. But when you pick up the paper almost every weekend, you read something about the IID and its misdeeds. There aren't walls around the Imperial Valley anymore. People outside this valley know that.
Thank you. Mr. Gallegos?
Well, if people drive down Dogwood Road and you see the IID sign on those tanks, it says IID Energy. It doesn't say water and power the way it's supposed to be. If you go down to the Valley Plaza and you see where they spend $25 million remodeling the Valley Plaza, most of the people there are power people. There's no water people out there, and if there is, I'll apologize. But a gentleman by the name of Steiger wanted to, and I don't know if it was the intention of the district is to split it, but there's two of them that are here that evidently must have voted for them to change those signs, because before I used to see water and power department, all of a sudden see all these energy signs all over the place. Mr. Steiger's the one that probably got us in more trouble than anything. Probably cost more money than anything. And I agree. I mean, there's nice, beautiful buildings. Okay, dokie.
Thank you very much. Now, we've got another question. We'll start with Ms. Mendoza. Next question.
Yes, Ms. Mendoza. Will you vote to approve any further water transfers?
Heck, no. We've given up. We've given enough. We have the MET agreement, and now we have the transfer to San Diego County Water Authority. I voted against that water transfer. I felt that they were asking for too much water, not enough money, and we were going to be forced to fallow farmland, and I was real concerned that the folks that were going to be impacted by fallowing would not be mitigated. And there's people out there that, and I'm talking about the farm workers, that are not working today because there's not enough work for them. And there's farm service providers that are barely making it today. And it's a negative impact. And I believe that water should stay here in the valley for our own economic development. We have geothermal coming. We have other types of industries. And again, no way would I support another water transfer.
Thank you, Mr. Mendoza.
No, I would not support another water transfer. We're going to need the water here. We have geothermal development here on the industrial side could take as much as 185,000 acre feet. We're going to have to help create that water, because that water cannot come out of agriculture. The farmers need it to farm with. So any more water transfers have to be done here within the valley, and water conserved here and used here in this valley. So I'm against any more water transfers. Thank you.
Mr. Kerr.
When I was on the board, after the transfer was made, we passed a board resolution that we would not support any future transfer. I still do not support future transfers, and I will not support future transfers in the future. Having said that, there was a lot of pressure put on this board, and they tried to serve up a pretty horrible deal. And we were able to stave that off. But I will certainly say that when we start talking about farm workers and farm service providers being out of work, I can certainly tell you that it would have been a lot worse than it is now if the U.S. government or the state had had their way. Thank you.
And Mr. Gagos?
Well, I'm on record as far as the first water transfer. The vote was 4-1. I was the only one that voted against it, and I said it in the meeting, and it's in the minutes, that I was against the first water transfer. That's back in 89, 90. I think it was 89. And I told them that it would come back and bite us, and as you know, it has come back and bite us. And that's all I'd like to say.
Thank you. Mr. Cox?
No, I would not be in favor of any water transfers in the future. We're going to need all the water we have for agriculture, for renewable energy, and for other industries that would come in for additional residences here in the valley. It's curious that my opponent would say that she would not support any other water transfers, because I believe in 2002 that she, along with Director Horn, voted to approve a water transfer that would provide water to the Borrego Springs area, which is outside the water district, outside the power district, and even outside our county. I will not be in favor of any further water transfers. We need all the water we have here in the Imperial Valley.
Thank you. And we're doing well on time. We'll have another question and begin with Mr. Menville. Go ahead.
Mr. Menville, what's your personal position on the Sunrise Powerlink project, and do you support a particular route?
Yes, I believe that the Sunrise Power Link is necessary. To get the transmission out of here, we have 2,000 megawatts of renewable energy sitting up in the Salton Sea area. We're also looking at a lot of solar. So the 500 kV line is very important to this valley to get the transmission energy out of here to the rest of California. Our board voted 5-0 for the southern route. We're firm on staying with the southern route. I know that there's people pushing for the northern route, but the IID board voted 5-0 for the southern route, and we're sticking with that route until the PUC makes a final decision. Thank you.
Mr. Crew?
Well, I would certainly support the southern route also, but I would certainly like to at least advise the people that my opponent, when the thing first came up, he was gung-ho to go forward until it was the board actually made a vote to have a study on it, because they felt it was going to lose too much money the first go around, at least the way it was. And my opponent voted against that and said we should go. And had that study not taken place, it would have cost the IID millions of dollars, and we may well have ended up going the wrong route. So I do support the southern route, and I don't think we need to be in a hurry to do things that could consequently cost this district millions of dollars.
Mr. Gagos?
I support the southern route. What happened on that one is that the board, through the new board members that brought up some questions, questioned the other route, and which would have cost the ratepayers millions and millions of dollars. And I have no problems as far as supporting the southern route. It's just that what we need to do, and I think the board did it. They did a study, and they found out that the ownership would not go to the IID, and some of it was, unfortunately, some of the management didn't give the correct information to the board. That's all I want to say right now.
Thank you. Mr. Cox?
Yes, I support the southern route. I was able to attend the first 3 hours of the PUC hearing in Borrego 2 days ago on the Sunrise Power Link. There's a lot of opposition to that northern route. The IID really needs to get the support of the county in this. They've been at loggerheads with Sempra. There's a danger if we can't get consensus on which route that FERC will step in and make a backstop designation through that federal energy corridor. The IID just needs to continue to provide new transmission capacity, both to get out the new renewable energies and also to bring in the power that we need to meet that peak summer demand. So I support the southern route.
Thank you.